Look at your bank account. Now, look at your paycheck. You're being charged a fee that doesn't show up on any statement, a fee for being broke. And if you think this doesn't affect you, if you've ever wondered where all your money goes by the end of the month, you are already paying it. This is the single biggest reason the middle class is shrinking and the poor stay poor. It's not inflation, it's not laziness, it's an invisible tax. And today, we're going to expose exactly how it's draining your wallet, and how the system is designed to keep it that way. Over the next few minutes, we will uncover the 3 brutal layers of this system. We will answer, why does it cost more to be poor in America? How does a simple $500 emergency end up costing someone $2,000? And what is the poverty premium that economists are too afraid to talk about on mainstream news? We're going to use hard data from the Federal Reserve, the Bureau of Labor Statistics, and peer-reviewed studies. This isn't an opinion. This is a financial autopsy of the American dream. And it all starts, not in a bank, but in a place you visit every single week. Let's talk about milk, bread, eggs, the basics. In 2023, the USDA reported that food-at-home prices increased by 5.0%, but that's the average. For low-income families without a car, that number is a lie. A groundbreaking study from the Journal of Urban Economics found that grocery stores in poor neighborhoods are 30% more expensive than their suburban counterparts for identical goods. Why? No competition. It's an economic desert. This is the ghetto tax. It's the extra $50, $100, even $200 a month a family pays just to eat, simply because of their zip code. The Brookings Institution confirmed this, calling it a poverty penalty that siphons billions from the poorest communities every single year. But this is just the first layer, the most visible part of the invisible tax. Because next, we have to talk about how you even get to that overpriced store. If you have a reliable car, you don't think about this. But according to the American Public Transportation Association, a low-income worker relying on buses and trains can spend up to 30% of their annual income on transportation. Compare that to the IRS mileage rate of 65.5 cents per mile, the amount they calculate it costs to drive. The math doesn't add up. It's designed to bleed you dry. And this creates a time tax. The well-off can order groceries online for pickup. The poor spend hours on a bus. That's hours not spent with family, not spent on education, not spent on a side hustle. Your time, your most valuable asset, is being taxed and you're not getting a dime back. But the most predatory part of this system is what happens when that $500 emergency hits. This is where the invisible tax becomes a financial vampire. Your transmission goes, it's $500. You don't have it. Your bank will charge you a $35 overdraft fee, another invisible tax, if you try. So you walk into a payday lender. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau CFPB data is chilling. The average payday loan carries an APR of nearly 400%. That $500 loan, if you only make the minimum payments, balloons. You're now trapped in a cycle where you're taking out a new loan just to pay off the old one. And if you try to be responsible and get a credit card, the Federal Reserve's 2022 report on the economic well-being of U.S. households found that lower-income borrowers are routinely offered cards with interest rates over 25%, double what high-income earners get. The less money you have, the more you're charged to borrow it. It's a penalty for poverty. This isn't an accident, it's a business model. So you're paying more for food, more for transport, and drowning in high-interest debt. The final invisible tax? It's cognitive. A famous study in Science magazine found that the constant stress of poverty imposes a mental tax equivalent to a 13-point drop in IQ. It literally makes it harder to think, to plan, to escape. The system is designed to keep you exhausted. So what do? Awareness is the first step. We must support policies that cap interest rates on predatory loans, invest in public infrastructure like reliable buses and fresh food markets in low-income areas, promote postal banking and public banking options to break the check cashing monopoly. This isn't about a handout, it's about fixing a rigged system. It's about making the invisible tax visible. Because once you see it, you can't unsee it. And that is the beginning of the end for this parasite.